I said I'm bored in the house, sitting in the house, bored. Bored in the mother effer in the house, bored. I'm bored in the house, sitting in the house, bored. And I'm bored in the mug, sitting in the house, bored. Said bored in the house, bored in the house, bored. Bored in the house, bored in the house, bored. Bored in the mother effing in the house, bored. And I'm bored in the house, sitting in the house, bored. I said I was going to keep doing that until somebody comes on live. I haven't seen anybody yet. But the thing about this new thing that we're using right now, this software, it literally goes live with no countdown. So I had to do something that'll probably grab your attention, guys. So what's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are doing well. We have, again, our favorite special guest today, Jay. He's back for another round 3, I believe this time, showing you exactly the steps that he took in order to create that ad that helped him to make $26,000 in a store within less than 3 weeks. Okay. So he's going to go into his ads profile. It's going to go show you exactly what it is, the steps that he took in order to get there. We already have 58 people live, 67 people live. It's ridiculous. The numbers are just skyrocketing, which we love, obviously, of course. If you guys are here right now, if you guys don't know me, my name is Drew. I'm going to be walking you guys through a few things today. We're going to switch it up a bit like I did last week, and I think it was good because people got their questions answered earlier. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to go in, show you exactly some of the house rules where you guys can see exactly how you can win Kevin David's book. Let me find right there. Kevin David's book. So if you guys want to get a copy, we'll show you how to do that. And also get right into Jay, his story, and exactly creating that ad. And I'm going to show you exactly Shop Inspect on how to use that tool and how that tool can be so massively important and helpful for you to finding your next product that you want to sell, that just like Jay has. But if you want to find something that's just as viral, you can find it through Shop Inspect and how you can spy on people's ads, right? And how they're pretty much using their copy and stuff like that you can model and make after your own. Okay, so let's get that started. First things first, if you guys are watching right now, this is notifications. You guys want to go ahead and click get all live notifications because that is so important. All right, because this is one of the ways that when we go live, you guys can click it and you'll forever be notified when we go live on Facebook. Over here, you'll see Kevin David's book. If you want to get and be in a running for winning this book for free, understand that all you have to do is just a few things, right? I showed you the copy of the book. Every live we do a giveaway, and tomorrow, because tomorrow's Friday, we'll be announcing all the winners. And so the way we do this is this, okay? Give this live that you're watching a like, and also type in #live if you're watching live with us right now, or #replay if you guys are watching later and you didn't have a chance to watch it. And then obviously the best and most important thing, if you guys ask questions, those are the people that stand out to us and allows us to pick the folks who are actually about their business, trying to learn, asking questions, getting people engaged. All right. So I want to make sure that you guys are aware of that. And that's how you have to do it. And that's it. You're in for the win, right? I know that kind of rhymes, right? But of course, we got to show some proof that's in the pudding. People in our community, people have been excited about things. This is Lana, who made her first sale. There's nothing like your first sale. I always love showing one where someone's making their first sale, because we always show like large numbers, but I always like to personalize it for people who are just getting started and don't know what it feels like. But Lana, congratulations. You made that first sale. I'm elated, beyond the moon for you. Over here, this is Michaela. Michaela sold over 292 orders in one single day, making about, and I'm not sure what point of time in a 30-day period, but it's $9,700 and about 20 some odd dollars that she was able to make. It says yesterday, but 292 orders in one day. That's pretty significant, guys. So I just want you guys to be aware of that. We have 108 people on. Guys, please don't forget to smash the like button. We are live both on Facebook and YouTube at the same time, so that way we can get more conversations going for you guys. And again, the next slide I'm going to show you guys is nothing short of amazing at all. And he is going to be the man that you guys are going to be hearing from very shortly, and it's going to be this right here. This is Jay Govinda, aka Jet FBA, the man with the plan. If you understand, what I mean? He was able to make $26,000 on a brand new store within less than 3 weeks. And Jay has been spitting out knowledge bombs with us for the past 2 weeks, giving us tips and tricks that he's used in his fail-proof system on how to find out how your ads are working, how to keep them working, with some things that are probably holding you back, so that way you can have a successful ad. All right. And so Jay's going to walk through that. Without further ado, I'm going to bring up Jay so we can start asking your questions, guys. Please don't hold back. This is your opportunity to learn. And Jay, what's up, my man? Welcome to the live.
Hey. How's it going, man? Thank you so much for having me here. I'm extremely happy again. You know, it's the third week, and wow, bro, it's been a really nice journey. So once again, I'm really really grateful to be here.
So yeah, no, man, we always love, having you back up here because you already, have dropped so much information to help us out already. And now you're about to, pretty much step in here and show us exactly how you're able to do that. And so, tell us a little bit about your story, because I know not a lot of people were probably here last time when they, saw you here live. So I want you to go ahead and tell them how you found Kevin and how you got to this journey now with Shopify, and how you got your stores being successful now.
So I pretty much started with Amazon FBA 4 years ago, and I started like researching how to make money online, how I can do stuff from my laptop, and eventually I found Kevin David, and Kevin David was the catalyst for me to be a successful entrepreneur in the online business. Um, I actually started with Amazon FBA, but then I realized that it wasn't really for me. So I slowly I migrated to Facebook ads and Shopify ads. And then on those, that was 3.5 years ago. And then on those 3.5 years ago, I had to fail many times to learn many times. And I wouldn't call it failure because I learned every single time I didn't succeed, I learned. So then it was just like a test and another test and another test. So eventually it took me to a while that I learned so much about marketing, and I learned so much about creative converters that convert on Facebook, and also not only that, but how to read your data in Facebook. That after my fourth store that failed, actually it was my fourth store that didn't fail, but after three stores, my fourth store, I got it, and then eventually I scaled it. I realized what I was doing wrong. I troubleshooted. I realized that it's not so much about the product, it's about how you market it. Because there is no, as I always say, there is no saturation in products, there is saturation in marketing. Because to this day, people and shops are still selling knives, to chop in the kitchen,
Yep.
because people are still buying knives, right? So it's not like they're saturated. It's just how they're marketing and what are the new benefits and the new features that those new knives are coming out with, right? So literally, you can grab a set of knives right now and market them in such a nice way, present them as a new knife, and then you will make tons of sales. So that's pretty much what I learned. I'd apply it, and now, I've been able to scale like 3 to 4 stores. One actually turned it into a case study that a lot of people are like joining on, and then yeah, and then I'm here, and so it all because of Kevin David, because he's the one who started me into the entrepreneur journey 3 years ago. So I'm
That's
so happy to be
awesome.
here.
I love it, man. I just want to say hi to a couple people here while we are live right now. Jeremy, what's going on? Hazi, what's up? JT, Natalie, Selena, India, I see you. You see here, who else? Dan, I see a couple people. Alex, April, what's up? So yeah, Jeremy's out here saying go Jay. What's up, man? So, the from last week, we talked about the steps that you took, right? You talked about how to find out exactly whether or not an ad was working. You went back and exactly, people asking you exactly how did you know it wasn't working? And you gave us the specific steps. It was about 6 or 7 steps, if I'm not mistaken. I think you even got to a point where it was like 8 steps. Where we find out if, click-through rate, landing page, all unique clicks, and then specific clicks, like actual unique CTR. Yeah. Which was all very important, and figuring out whether or not, it was your landing page that was the issue, or if it was, actually your ad copy. And you gave us some live examples of how you actually found some valuable stuff, like just going on Facebook and typing in like "get yours now" or something like that, which was very, very cool. Yeah. So we're going to see that process, and I know we want to see that process soon. So whenever you want to share your screen, we can have that ready to go. And then in the meantime, let me see if there's any early questions, because I know some people get started with some questions early. Dan says, I'd love to get a copy of Kevin's book. Yeah, bro. So all you got to do is, follow the instructions, just like and leave a comment, and we're going to select the winners usually by tonight or tomorrow. Yeah, we're up to like 134 people now. So that's what's up, guys. Let me see who else. All right, cool, man. Um, let's see what are some of the things that you found out actually as a beginner? Because I know some of the toughest things that people go through is not getting a sale right away. What would you tell somebody who's trying to learn right now? If I were to open a store today, can I expect? Is it possible to get a sale by tomorrow, literally 24 hours from now? Because you did touch on this last
Yes,
time.
yes, you can. And that's something that a lot of people are like, they have the misconception, but what Facebook really wants to get you sales because Facebook wants you to keep paying Facebook. So if Facebook is not performing and getting you sales, then you will not be keep paying Facebook, right? Not that they need our money, but that is just how a business works. So when you optimize a purchase campaign, then they will definitely, the algorithm is so smart and they will definitely get your purchases and they will shoot your ad in front of people who have proven that they have that tendency to go and purchase, and not only have that tendency, but they like what you have to offer.
Yeah.
So what I realized that it's not so much about your Facebook strategy. That is like 40%. 40% is your Facebook strategy, and 60% is your landing page, your ad copy, and your marketing angle. I wanted to give a really good example about, and this is kind of like a golden nugget, guys. Like, please, like I remember I was doing some product research, right?
Yeah.
And then I saw that some people were selling bracelets, right? And and if you are like looking and scrolling down and you see somebody selling bracelets, 50% off, buy your nice chakra bracelet, you're like, oh, cool, that is so nice, right? But eventually, this person, he added, this is called the distance bracelet, right? The person that you're in love with and the person that is far away, you share this bracelet with that, and then you will never feel apart. So when you add that marketing angle to some
Yeah.
emotion to that person, then that person will buy that not because it's the bracelet, but because of the emotion that that bracelet is making that person feel, and then they will buy it because they want to feel that they're close to that person that they love. So just by adding that word, just by adding that branding into your product, then you can, it's the difference between making millions of dollars
Yeah.
and not sell in one single day. Because if you are targeting persons who have long distance relationships and you hit them with a product that says like, oh, the distance bracelet, always be apart, sorry, always be together by being apart. And then eventually that person is like, oh my God, yeah, I'm gonna get these for me and my best friend. Boom. And then
Yeah.
you had a, instead of just flashing a sale like 50% off chakra bracelet, buy it.
Yeah.
And like no emotion behind it. So that's something that I've been learning, and that's something that I learned while doing it on my own. And then I realized when I learned how to market and when I learned how to market with emotion, then that's when I started making sales. So if you know how to do that in your ad copy and you know how to do that in your brand and in your product, you can sell any type of product. You can sell ice to an Eskimo if you want.
I always love that.
If you just put it in front of people's faces. So that's what I learned, and that's what I've been doing, and that's how I was able to scale this store that I turned into the case study to like $26,000 in 3 weeks and get sales. Like the first day I got 12 purchases, and then from there I started scaling.
Right. You start doing
The
your
next day
process.
was like 50. Yeah, the next day I got 100 purchases, and then 200 purchases, then 300, 400, 500, all the way to 1,000, and then it just a snowball effect.
Okay, cool. Now, for the folks who probably, I know that a lot of people that I know who joins Shopify, like, they're like either hard pressed for money or want to get in it because they want to make the money. Like, who doesn't, right? Because it's Shopify, it's drop shipping. That's why. And then the low barrier to entry is going to be another reason why a lot more people are coming in, both young and old, and most likely it's like a younger crowd that usually hangs around with that, really just doesn't really get like how to get started, right? So if you were just starting, you didn't have any money whatsoever, how would you do that? Like, did you have some money saved up, or what was your way of getting into like the world of Shopify and drop shipping?
I didn't have money save up, but I had credit card. So then I used my credit card. First of all, I invested in my education, right? Because you have to, if you want to learn something, you have to approach a teacher, and especially somebody who already walked that path. It's somebody already gone and done the mistakes that you did. It's always good to ask questions. Like, it's always good to ask, hey man, can you help me out? So eventually I invested in my education. And then from there, I invested in me, putting the money to learn. Like the example I always say and I always give it, like you can watch tons of YouTube videos in how to play soccer, but it's not until you start kicking the ball
Yeah.
and start getting muddy and start like getting sweaty that you will learn how to do it. So then when I lost money trying to do it, I didn't think it was a loss. It was just me investing in my learning. It was like
Yeah.
paying for school, right? I was paying for school. So then yeah, you can start with $100, $200, and then just turn that into like 150, and then instead of that, you just put it into like more ads, and then you turn that into $500. One time I saw a meme in Instagram, and then that meme said, give a poor person $1,000 and they will come back with an iPhone X. Give a rich person $1,000 and he will turn that into $5,000.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you guys relate to that.
Yeah, it's that good mindset to do so, bro. Like, I mean, it's really like anything else, in life. It doesn't matter what business model you choose. But again, not that I'm condoning anybody or saying everybody go ahead and try to charge up your credit cards. You got to know what you're doing. So Jay knew what he was doing because he had prior experiences doing different other business models. And obviously, whatever you're charging that card, you're going to be responsible to pay for it, right? And so just make sure if you are going to go the credit card route, right, which, it's best if you already have something saved up where you don't have to pay it back, right? But if that's your only option and you're smart with your money, right, you can make that. Some people have used the PayPal 0% loans, right? 0% interest loans for 6 months, and they take advantage of that, and they give themselves 6 months to make sure they make sales enough to replace whatever they use. That's some of the routes that people go to, just to give you guys ideas. But yeah,
you have to go all in. That's the mindset. When you have a mindset of going all in, it's either I do or I won't eat, right? It's like, if I don't make it, then I will be, I will not eat. So when you have that mindset, then that's what everything changes, because you invest time, energy, and everything to learn and to apply.
Exactly. Perfect. So let's get started, bro. Like, go ahead and share your screen now, and we can go ahead. Can you show everybody really quickly, just you did, how you found, good possible products to go after by just using the Facebook tactic again. And then we can go into your ads category, your ads manager.
Okay. Let me just, I'm going to try to open these.
Yeah, entire screen, and then you should be good from there.
Entire screen is because I want to, sorry, I didn't have that ready.
No, it's all good. Yo, take your time. I'm going to go through some of the comments in the meantime while I'll do it. So Jeremy's going on. He says, let's get this party rolling. Reminder to stay out of the DMs and focus on what Kevin David is teaching us. That is true for sure. Hazi, I'm not sure what your question is, but go ahead and drop it, brother. Everybody doing hashtag live, follow instructions. That's what's up. If you guys again want to be in the running for the book, go ahead and hit the like button. Let's give us a like so that this can be spread around a little bit to more people who may be interested in listening in on how to create an ad like this. All right. Let me see what else we have. Dan Brown. We're going to get to your questions later. I just want to see everybody who just give anybody a shout out. He said Dan Bromell says, I'd like a copy. Yeah, we're going to do that again. The pickings will be tomorrow. All right. Cool. Yeah, I see your thing, by the way. Let me see this. Jeremy Smith says, very smart to invest first. Mindset is important, and understand what to be doing. Do things by the book and you will go far. Yeah, correct, man. And of course, creativity always wins as well, right? Once you learn the ways of the game, and then using your own creativity to come in and like Jay's going to show you shortly, the creativity he used to get this right here on and popping is what allowed
I don't know if you guys can still see me, but Drew is frozen. Yeah, I know. He just told me that he got frozen, but I think he's coming back right on. But anyway, I'm just gonna continue speaking because he said he was gonna come back. Can you guys hear me okay? Are you guys like, or am I frozen too? Just click, like press 1 or press something saying that you guys can still hear me. That way I can still be speaking. Yes. All right. Awesome. Well, anyway, guys. So as I was saying, like you guys are gonna have that that mindset. Yeah, I know. He just sent me a message that says that he's coming back right on because he was his computer froze. But yeah, guys, it's really, really like when you have a mindset of success, then you definitely have to go all in, and then definitely you guys will succeed, and you guys will love it. It's really, really nice. It's really easy, and you guys have to learn. The most key is to learn like marketing. Like when you know how to market, I'm actually gonna show some examples of how I found some products, and then how you find that product, and then how you create your Facebook ad campaign, and then within 24 hours you can get sales. And then not only that, but then also when you have a mindset that you want to create an e-commerce business, it actually you can actually grab some product from AliExpress and turn it into a business, into an e-commerce business. So I'm gonna actually have an example of somebody who did that and how they branded a store. They branded a product, and then once you have a product branded and once you have all that, then that's when you can actually start making money online. So yeah, so I have this ready for you guys. I'm waiting for Drew to come back in, but if somebody else has any questions, please just drop in the comments and I will definitely answer any of your questions, and you know, and then just go from there. Yeah, I'm glad you guys can hear me. That's super cool. Jeremy Smith. When you were here on the previous live, I remember. That's cool. So let me see. I think Drew wrote me. So anyway, guys, yeah, that's what you got to do. I was able to make like, how do you brand a product? That is such a good question. How do you brand a product? Hey, Drew, there he is.
I'm back. Yeah.
No problem, bro. I'm sorry. I hope you don't mind. I took over here a little bit.
Hey, it's all good. I love it. Yeah. I've been having some issues with that with my computer. I'm gonna plan to get a new one, but can't go out to go get one yet. So
yeah, no problem.
Yeah, go ahead. Answer your question.
Yeah, I was answering that question. How do you brand a product? It's easy. It's so easy to brand a product because the key behind branding is trust. That is the key word that will change your whole business. Trust. When people trust you, that means you have a brand. It's not about the name. It's not about nothing. It's about trust. So like when people say Nike, they trust that they're good shoes, good quality shoes, that you can have a good customer service, that you can return them, that no problem, right? Like you trust that person. When somebody says another name that you're not familiar with, you don't trust. So then you don't have a brand. So in order to make something branded, then you have to build trust with your customers. Having great customer service, great customer support, having a nice looking website, having a nice logo, making it like a brand. Like you put your logo every single item that you have, and then that's how you build a brand. Like right now in Amazon, when you go into Amazon and buy tons of stuff, they have a brands, and then you start building brands and you start building trust. So the key behind a brand is trust. When people trust you, you have a brand. When they don't, you're just a name.
Boom. There you go, man. By the way, I know Dan, what's going on? He says, welcome, but guess who's back? Dan Brommel, I need you to go ahead and put your question back up because I know you asked a question earlier. I can't see it up here, and I want people to see what you asked and anybody else who asked a question earlier in the beginning. So go ahead and do that, guys, for your questions. I think we were in the middle. I actually lost your screen, so go ahead and share your screen one more time so we can get you to share it once again. So we can show them exactly how you went through the process of finding a product that's worth chasing after. There we go. Nice. I'm gonna give it full screen so If you guys can see this okay, I can leave it like this if you want to see our face, but if not, we can just full screen it. I think this probably looks better.
Can you see my screen now?
Yeah, I can see your screen. We're good to go.
So yeah, so pretty much that was the method I used to find the product that I was able to scale to 26,000. You just go onto like Facebook and then you just put free shipping or order yours now or get yours here, and eventually you go into videos, and then you will see tons of products that are being dropshipped, right? And as you can see here, we can see the product that we saw last time, which was like an iron. Let me click for him. I'm afraid to click on something and then it will freeze.
No, you got, it wasn't you. It was actually me, bro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, so right. So then this, like I was explaining, this is a product what says keeping the most difficult hair straight. So then it's just making the hair straight. And do you guys mind if I play it?
Go ahead.
Like it's I don't know the name of these.
Like a flat iron.
Yeah, there you go. A flat iron, right? So that is a product that people might say that is saturated, but they're still making sales, right? If right now you put a logo on here that says Mac, or that says, I don't know, a brand of a really nice cosmetic or something, then people will be like, oh, I'm gonna get it, right? So that's pretty much what you want to do when you're looking for products and how you want to build the brand. So I have an example right here of a person that branded, and this person is making money. And this is called the Bad Pots.
Oh, nice.
So these, look at this website. When you go into this website, and I feel bad sharing this person's website, but you know, look at this website. It looks branded. It looks like a design, and this is the headphones that you get in AliExpress for I think $30. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But this person turned these into a brand. Look at that. It looks legit. It looks clean. It looks really like the Bad Pots. You put the name on it. The URL is the Bad Pots. It looks really legit. It's branded. The marketing angle is fantastic. Join the future. It's telling you that these headphones are like from the future. So eventually you want to get them. And then not only has that, but it has like these big headphones and other headphones. And then, you know, with the iPhone, it looks like an Apple store.
Yeah, for sure.
It looks fantastic. And this, if you go to AliExpress right now, and then you click AirPods, you will find them for $30. And this person is selling them for $100, right? So that is what you guys want to do when you guys go into a business. You want to create an e-commerce business with longevity. Like you don't want to find a product and scale it and then kill it and, you know, don't even fulfill the orders. I mean, some people are doing that, and that is bad, man. Like I always say, karma is going to get them, and I believe in karma, and you just don't want to do that, right?
Yeah, bro. So what's actually pretty funny is that April, yeah, I can see if we can bring this out. April just mentioned, she said, I just ordered that about 2 days ago. That exact product you brought up. You know?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh. And she said, so, you know, somebody else says, so true. Branding is everything. It is. It is.
So that's how you get sales on the first day, when you know, and then that is just your landing page. You have to also create a brand within your ad creative. Your ad creative has to be super branded so people can, because the key, and that's actually something that I've been working on, like creating a name on like a case study, because I built a case study. So I'm like something that says how to make people stop scrolling, because you can have the best product, you can have the best landing page, you can have the best everything, but if you don't make people stop scrolling down on Facebook, you will not have any single sale. You can even give things for free, but if you don't make them stop scrolling down, you will not even be able to give things away for free. Yeah. So that's the key when you make a good creative, and when you have a good emotional creative, that you're scrolling down and then you're like, whoa, what was that? And that means when you have a good image with nice contrast images, because like buyer psychology, when your eyes, that's something that, like I'm telling you guys, I've been studying all these things, and I'm sharing these, right?
NLP.
So the eyes, you know, this is so trippy. When you're looking at something, you know, the eyes get what's the word? Get used to the colors that you're seeing. Kind of like when you're like in the nighttime and then you close your eyes and then you open your eyes and then you can see that it's dark, right? But if you see the light, then eventually you're gonna see white. So then your eyes automatically they adjust, they focus on what you're watching right now for like the past 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So when you're scrolling down on your Facebook feeds, your eyes get used to the theme and the colors on your Facebook feed, right?
Right.
Like pretty much they're all the same. So if you throw in there something that will disrupt their vision, kind of like contrast colors, right? Like when you put like a really bright colors and contrast them, and then when you do kind of like a 3D kind of thing, then that will create a disruption on their eyes that will be like, whoa, what was that? Then eventually that is the first step. When you're scrolling down, you're like, oh, that was what was that? Curiosity comes in. And then you're like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go up there. So eventually you got the first thing right there, right? The what was that? So then they scroll back up and they see your ad. And then that's when you have to test your thumbnail. And not only your thumbnail, but your ad copy. And then they see like, oh wow, let me click on that thumbnail because that thumbnail seems interesting. Then they click on that thumbnail, and then eventually it opens the ad. And then once it opens the ad, then they see what it says. Oh wow, da 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 da, sale 50% off. They can leave there, or they can go into your webpage. So eventually, if your ad copy is good, they're like, oh good. They click on it. Then from there, they go to your landing page, and then they see your landing page, all branded, all nice, with all good product description. They see the price. They eventually, boom, eventually they buy it. So the key here is to study every single step that the customer is taking in order to purchase, in order to buy. So that's what pretty much what you have to learn, and that's
Yeah,
pretty much
bro.
that's what I'm trying to share, and you guys can like learn it and get a little bit on it because that's, and then after that, then you start like learning. Okay, so my customer, I made him stop scrolling. I made it click on the ad. I made it go into the ad, but then eventually left. And then Facebook has all those metrics, and then you can learn all those metrics. So then you can see that, oh my God, all these people left when they went into my landing page. So then that means my landing page is bad. So I need to fix my landing page. So
Yeah.
that's pretty.
I love it, bro. You broke that down really nicely about the whole psychology of it, and like, you know, if you think about it, when I'm scrolling down, I only do stop at movie trailers or maybe like a product video where people are actually selling something that sounds or looks interesting enough for me to grab my attention, and it's usually something that looks funny or weird that makes me be like, why would they, and then I click on it. So that makes 100% sense. And then the eyes adjusting to the colors, I think that was really interesting. While we're scrolling, we're getting used to seeing the white and the blue and the random colors that are there. But then if you see something bright or bright pink, it's like, what? So that was cool, bro.
So that's why you have to learn how to make creatives that convert.
Yeah, that's a very important point. Now, let's say we find our product, right? Let me see. I'm trying to keep track of time, so we're not here because last time we kept you here almost like an hour and 45 minutes. It was just ridiculous.
Dude, it's fine.
We're gonna try to keep that so we have enough time for questioning. For more questions, actually, because I know you answered some. Let's go back to when you found a product down. Now we're going to be the point where we're set to the point of creating an ad, because this is the topic of our live today. And I want to make sure we answer that to help anybody who's actually interested in that part. So let's go into your ads manager if we can, and then we can see how you would go. Yeah.
Okay. So this is an ad account. There's an all ad account that I had for like a store that I had before, right? So pretty much this is what I do at the beginning. At the beginning, I create one campaign. Then let me just filter by selection, right? So I have this one campaign. This is the beginning of the ad, right? Then purchase new ad. Then I click on ad sets, and then I create 10 ad sets with different interests. And the more bigger the interest, the better, because Facebook will optimize for better. When the audience is bigger, then Facebook will optimize better, right? So eventually, as you can see in this one creative, I got 277 purchases, right? So eventually, you put one interest, and then you can see these ones are broken down. So with this one interest, let me just click one. And then you go into your ad. And normally, I have 2 ads, right? And I'm going to show you the product. I don't mind sharing this product because, it's okay. It's okay. The more value you give, no problem. So I'm gonna show you guys the creative and the buyer psychologies behind it.
Thanks,
So,
man. Guys, give Jay a big thank you, because there's a lot of people who will not show you their product or show you what they're doing. So Jay, thank you so much for even going to this point, bro, of sharing with with us what you guys are actually doing.
no problem. So as you guys can see, this is the ad preview on Instagram, right? So look at this. This is the stop scroller. Do you always wake up tired even after you slept more than 8 hours? Boom. When you're scrolling down, it's like, oh, I mean, like, oh my God, yeah, maybe I have. That has happened in the past, right? So then this was the video that I had. And then this one had tons of purchases. The video is nice. You see that package, the packaging. One time you have to like, this is a product that you can actually buy in Chinatown or downtown LA for like $3. But you want to make your product seems like you want to buy it at Whole Foods or Sprouts for $20. So as you can see, look at the box right now. It looks legit. It looks branded.
Yeah.
And that's one of the keys that people love. So eventually, okay. So then that's the creative. You get one campaign, and then this campaign, it's broken down into 10 ad sets, right?
Yep.
You can see I have tons of ad sets because here you duplicate. Once you start scaling, you have to duplicate. So then eventually you have 10 ad sets, and then in the ad level, you have 2 creatives. Let me see if I have here 2 creatives.
Hey, so a quick question. When you're in the ad set section, right? When you say duplicate, are you changing specific different pieces of metrics, like different areas, like changing the audience, or maybe changing some of the interests, or maybe minusing an interest, adding in them in?
Yes, but that kind of like, as you guys can see, this one, right? As you guys can see, this one, the interest first, it was essential oil. Then when this interest was working good, I duplicated it into essential oil Instagram, right? So just break it down a little bit. And then because this was working, then I duplicated into essential oil Instagram, and I increased the budget of $30, right?
Nice.
And you guys can see here that when I duplicate, I also take off or add Facebook or female only or Facebook and $30. So that's the T. Like, it's actually a lot. I don't know. I don't want to overwhelm people.
No, it's okay. Okay, keep it at the level you're at. Yeah, you're right. Keep it at the level you're at. What you're doing is so far so good explaining.
Yeah. I mean, I really don't want to overwhelm people, but if there's any questions, please, I'm so happy to reply it. Right. So you have, when you come to Facebook ads, it's really easy to navigate them, but then you have to know what you're doing, because you have to learn how to read your funnel right here. How much I spend and how many purchases, the purchase ROAS, the cost per unique link, and the budget, the impressions, and eventually all your funnel all the way down to purchases. So then when you have a good ad that is working good, you duplicate that ad, but that only works good for like 3 days. If it's working good for 3 days, you duplicate it. If it's not working good in 3 days, then you turn it off. And then you just keep making ads. One of the things that people don't talk about is that they think you just make an ad and you just let it run. No, you have to keep making ads, turning them off, turning them on, turning off, turning on. Yeah. You have to keep optimizing them, because if you make an ad, like I explained, I think the first time I came in the live, when you make an ad, that ad will be shown into a pocket of people. And if that pocket of people is not profitable and you don't turn it off, that ad will gonna still show to that pocket of people, but you're just gonna lose money because that pocket of people is not profitable. So then when you test it for 3 days, and then in 3 days you realize that this pocket of people is not working, then you just turn it off and then you launch it again, a brand new one. Hopefully these will be shown to another pocket of people that will work. And then eventually that's when you start scaling. Does that make sense? Like you want to like test different pockets of people within your interest, so you guys can actually scale an ad. Because once you start like making money on Facebook, like you start like spending like this one spend $400, $300, and you start spending money.
It adds up. And really quickly too. So yeah, that was actually a good point that you brought up, bro. So Facebook, you're saying is that it tests out different pools of people and it'll keep sending your ad to that group of people, and the way you get pretty much you're in charge of the ad manager. So you pretty much can turn that ad off if it's to the wrong group of people, meaning that you're not getting enough sales, or you're getting impressions, but you're probably not getting enough clicks. So instead of wasting that money there, you turn it off, turn it back on. Hopefully it would get you to another pool of people that Facebook can target. So when you turn it off, are you creating another one? Are you literally just switching off and turning back on and it's going to another pool of people? Like, how do you know?
No, you duplicate it. You have to duplicate it. Yeah. But that's the thing, like the same way you duplicate a winning ad set, if you duplicate a bad ad set, then that's going to be a bad ad set too. So you don't want to duplicate an ad set, right? So eventually you just turn it off. If it's not working, you turn it off and you forget about it. You delete it, and then you just create a new one. And hopefully that one will work. If you have something that is working, for those who are already doing Facebook ads, if you have something that is working, never edit the one that is working. And if you edit something, you just wait 24 to 38 hours to edit something, because otherwise we'll change the whole optimization of the what's the word of the Facebook, because then it will just mess up the algorithm, right? So if you have something that is working, you never touch it. And if you are gonna touch it, to break it down to like females or like 30 to 35 or US only, you only do it 24 to 36 hours
after.
And once after, like you do like, okay, today I'm gonna do this is winning and I want to edit something, then I will just edit into Instagram today, and then I wait 2 days that I can do that and then take it into only males or females. But normally when you have a winning ad set, all you want to do is increase the budget every 24 hours, and you don't touch it at all, because Facebook is so good. Like it's actually scary how intelligent the algorithm in Facebook is. That they will get your purchases. If you give them a good ad creative, they will get you purchases, especially because if people engage in your creative, it will minimize your cost per click and your cost per impression, and it will minimize your cost at all. Sorry, all your cost is going to minimize, because your post, your ad is so engaging that people like it. And if people like something on Facebook, Facebook is happy, and then they will reward you with cheaper cost per click, because you're providing value. You're giving value to the platform. So when you're providing a nice ad to the platform, then Facebook will reciprocate with that.
Guys, the insane knowledge that's being shown here is just, by far unmatched, I think, in my opinion, as far as like the lives we've done and trying to help you guys get to the next level. So really take in consideration what Jay's saying, and some of the knowledge that he's sharing, because it's important. I got a question though. When you were talking about turning that off, right? When you said turn it off and forget about it, when you recreate it, are you recreating it with the same information? Are you changing specific things on that recreation?
I think that depends on the data that you already like you read. If you already read some data, then I would just recreate it with those with that good data. Like if you already know that only females are buying or only males are buying, then I would just add it on males or female, or 30 to 50. Right? Like that's the beauty of Facebook. That's why I really like Facebook. A lot of people talk about influencers and everything, but with influencers, you don't know your audience. You don't know who are the people who are buying. With Facebook, you can definitely funnel down to your perfect customer, and then eventually you just provide them what they want. And like I said, when you build a nice e-commerce business, you only need 1,000 people that will buy from you, 1,000 people who love your brand, 1,000 people who like to buy from you. And then you just keep giving them what they want and then keep them happy. And like I said, like I explained this 2 weeks ago, if you create a funnel or a product that they will buy for $20 a month, those 1,000 people, then you got yourself $20,000 a month. Every month.
Subscription service, easy. And that's very important. I remember now I'm thinking back to my rookie mistake, messing around with Facebook ads. Hold on, let me plug in my computer quick. Yeah, I remember back in when I did Facebook ads as a rookie, and I used to make like edits, right? During the learning phase while the conversion ad was going on. And I was thinking like, man, maybe if I make this change really quick, but it was in the learning phase where it was actually learning the algorithm and trying to figure out all the data points that I had plugged into that ad, trying to figure out my people. Now, when you were mentioning, don't change it within 24 or 48 hours. I only thought it was just, don't touch it at all or make a whole new one. But you're saying, if you do 36 hours or more, it's better to touch it then or make any changes if it's working.
Yeah.
So that's a very, very important thing too. That's good, man. Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah, you gonna man, I'm happy, dude. I'm happy.
Yeah, bro. I mean, we just really do appreciate you 100%. Somebody asked here, which was cool. She says, how do you come up with your ads? That's a really good question, April. So how do you normally come up with your ads to do? Like, what inspirations do you get?
I make them myself, to be honest. Because I learned that if you want to get something done good, you're gonna do it yourself.
Yeah.
Or hire somebody who has that kind of what's the word? Who has that kind of responsibility, or who has that kind of good intention to help you. Because if you go and hire somebody from Fiverr or something that have no clue on what your customer likes, have no clue of marketing, especially marketing, then they will just create an ad for you for $30, $50 and send it to you. And it's just going to be a generic sell, right? And I see a lot of people making that mistake. They just go and hire somebody on Fiverr to make a video, but they don't know the trigger words that you need to put in the video in order for the person who's watching that video get triggered inside their brain and be like, wow, I really need this. Because what you want to do is make that person feel like they need your product, right? And you're actually, if you're selling a good product, then it's even better because you want to help that person. Be like, hey, man, you have this problem, and with my product, your problem will be fixed. So that's kind of like we were talking about another example of headphones, right? If you want to sell some headphones, you just don't want to flash the sale of the headphones in there, but you want to tell why people love headphones. And then you can go again in different types of angle of marketing. In like, music is always there, even in your toughest times. Yeah. Enjoy it better with full on, with clarity of music, kind of like that. And then they're like, oh yeah, true. Every time I feel sad or every time I'm crying or something, I put on my headphones and I go into my own world. And then these headphones help me go into that world. So that's what you want to market. You want to market the benefit and the happiness that a person feels when they wear headphones. So when I make my ads, I always think about those things. I always thinking, what is the emotional benefit that this person will get when I sell them a product? And that is what makes the sales. That is what makes the sales. So I do the ads myself, and and then I just do them myself, the video and the ad copy.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. And then, like, of course, like, we won't have, obviously it would be nice, obviously in a perfect world to go through like the process of him making it. But we probably have to save that for another live of you going inside of your actual, going through the engagement process and how you set up your ad with like a pre-made copy or how you came up with the copy. But we can plan on that for the next live. Come back. Right. So we're gonna get into questions here in a second, and before we do so, guys, if you guys want to take advantage of like finding ways on finding good products to sell or hot products with hot demands, like right now at this moment, I know it can be difficult to try and find some. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to show you guys really quickly about what Shop Inspect can do for you, and then you guys can make that decision for yourself on what you feel like would be the best move for you. And again, if you're watching here live, one of the best things that we're able to do for you is offer a 50% off. And we're going to give you the discount code in a little bit. But I'm just going to show you one tab and I'll explain the rest by just explaining it to you guys. The number one thing you want to focus on if you guys are just getting started is going to be the hot trending products. Okay. Hot trending products section is updated every 4 hours. That is 4 hours. And you can see this is added 4 hours ago. I didn't even have to explain it to you guys. I'm going to make this full screen so you guys can see. The 4 hours here is letting you know that this just came on added to our site, letting you know exactly that it got 465% increase as far as demand goes. And people are at home, they're shopping now. So you want to take advantage of the time while the going is good. Okay. So the toothpaste dispenser, all these items here have already shown numbers of improvement. You can do further research if you want to use Google AdWords, but all of that is already kind of done for you if you're looking for particular products. So if we click here to LED lamp, right, you can see some of the data that is given to you, right? You can see the ratings that people get. And this is from AliExpress, scraped out, easy to look at, easy on the eyes. It gives you a video that you want to see here. You can download a video to use for ads if you want to, for Facebook ads. And over here it gives you the factory price, and then the price they recommend you selling at, and then the total cost, the total profit you'll make. This is not included in Facebook ads or ads if you're choosing to run ads, but you can run ads yourself and adjust the cost so you can see what your profit will be, right? Camping, outdoor adventure, and outdoor enthusiasts are just some of the targeting keywords that you can use for interest, right? And then a bunch of more other keywords you can use that in your titles or descriptions just to make it pop even more, or even in your ad copy. So not trying to push anybody and saying, God, this is the one all be all, but we want to provide you with tools. Like Jay showed you how you can find it, through Facebook, and you can just type in like free shipping or buy yours now. And then you can make your own decision and find out what's really hot based on likes and comments and what people are actively on. And then you can also come here and shop inspect. And don't forget, you get 7 days free trial. So use it to your advantage. 7 days, try it out. Check out the hot trending products, and then you come here and see if it fits what you're looking for. Keep looking, and then do more research about which product you want to launch. It also gives you demographic numbers as far as like more male than female. This obviously is more male dominated, being it's a camping gear site. So just always remember that you have tools at your disposal to help you with these processes. Really quick, I'm going to go back to the main because it's so much easier to speak here. Hot trending products is number one. Number two is the premium videos. Premium videos are products that are equipped with very sexy videos that are in use, that shows you, exactly, how the product is to be used for the consumer's benefit, right? So if I click here, I don't know, like the high pressure washer handle, for example, and I want to watch this video. So I get to see this video really loud. You get to see it in action. You see what I'm saying? It shows you it's a double-headed shower head, and you can use this exact, and it shows you how to clean it. It's just so cool. Or you can use, soap and water or something like that, whatever it is, you can see that. And then you can edit it however you want, right? If you see some like Chinese letterings or whatever like that, you can cover it up. You can make it happen. Like if you guys want to edit it yourself, final touches, you can do that. And then you can use this during your ads, which people love, right? And again, this comes with a cost because it is a premium. So with each video that you create, you would have to purchase that video that you want for that particular product. So just letting you guys know, right? There was a time we actually gave away this free video as well. Everything you save is in your favorites. All your videos go here. Ad Inspect allows you to hunt other people's or your other competitors' ads. If you want to look at, I don't know, anything. Let me see if I had like, I don't know, phone charger. Let's see what phone charger has for us today. Hopefully everything goes through. So if I type in phone charger, you guys are looking for phone chargers. Let's see who's popping right now, right? It shows you all new ads too. So that's why it says 0 right now. Maybe people just launched these ads, but let's say, all right, I just want to see what's working. I want to go total likes. I want nothing less than, let's say nothing less than 3,000 likes. Let's see if we have any for 3,000 likes. And I'm sure there has to be because it's a very, pretty hot product right now. And so it's going to hunt through, and you have advanced searches. You can search on Facebook, just Instagram. You can search on just a few things. Let me see if I can do maybe a little less than that. Let me see down to, I normally do like 170. Let's see if you'll do this. And then now I can get some with actual likes on it. I can see what's doing well at 2,902, right? I can see this is probably a lamp that charges your phone wirelessly there. You can see how they're using. You can watch the ad right here, right? Being in use, right? And then you guys can model after this and then maybe even use some of their copy that you can see right here. It's just really some cool stuff you guys can do. And there's plenty of examples of any keyword you type in, you can spy on your competitors. You can see on Facebook, Instagram, you can see what countries they're doing. And this is US and Canada, this is Portugal, Canada, and Poland and Australia. Like, you can see exactly what's going on back there, which is really cool. I think it's really powerful. Other tools you get here are shop inspect products, where you can type in a specific product and see what stores are selling them and how they're selling them. The shop search, you can see what stores carry like tech stuff, and you want to see, okay, well, I wonder how this store is designed, and see how they're promoting each of their tech items. Maybe I want to have a store that's dedicated to tech items. You can do that here. And then here, the top Shopify stores, which is really cool. It's like you can see stores like Fashion Nova, ColourPop, all those really popular stores and why they're popular. And then we organize them in order from popularity. So you can see this Fashion Nova has always been #1, Steve Madden, Radio Shack, fastest growing trees. I've never heard of them before, but maybe you might be interested and you want to see how they're doing it, right? And all you got to do, you can say, show me the best sellers that you guys have. All right, cool. I like that. And then you can go in and check their store by clicking on the link there. And so these are just a few things, guys. Like, these are all the things you have at the tips of your fingertips. And then trending stores are stores that are showing the greatest growth in a short period of time. So without further ado, I mean, like, you guys want, a good deal. This is what we're going to do for you right now. This is directly from Lewis and team. If you guys used the link either here that we're typing in here now, the discount code is 100K in 2020. That should work for you guys. And what I'm saying is, now's the time to get started if you're looking to get started, especially during the COVID situation we have going on. But let's see if we can go answer some questions here really quickly, Jay. I just want to make sure everybody was aware of that. And I'm going to go to the top. I'm not sure where you stopped. And you see, Jeremy says, good question, Drew. Very smart mindset. I think we've seen these already. Everybody was saying this is when I dropped off. I remember that clearly. So April asked a good question. She said, did you answer this question already? How do you brand a product?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, cool. And down here, Jeremy says, did you see this one already?
Oh yeah. He was at the last live, because I saw him. I was like, hey man, he was in the last live. That's fantastic.
Yeah, I think this is
if he asked a question.
Huh?
I don't know if he asked the question.
Yeah, down here he said, yes, Jay, I was at the last live. I remember you talking about doing ads and would like to learn all I can. So when it comes to Facebook ads and scaling, do you have to scale ads according to the items? Also, what if a customer wants to return a product? What happens to that on Shopify?
So you want to scale your Facebook ads whenever you know they're working. So in order to get some good Facebook ads that are working, then you need to know how to read and understand the data and the metrics on Facebook ads. And then once you know that, and you know what is your KPI, which is your key performance indicators, right? So a KPI means your key performance indicators. And then when you do, it's like a formula that you make, right? If this is a cost per purchase is to $10, if anything that is below $10, then it's not good for me. My ROAS is not good. My return of ad spend is not good. So then when you develop that key performance indicators within your Facebook ads, that's when you know when to scale and when to kill. Because you want to make money, right, on Facebook ads. So if you got a good investment on ads, which is your ROAS, then you can keep increasing the budget or duplicating. And if it's not, then you turn it off. And then on the second question, if somebody wants to return it, then you can just return the product to your place and then you return it to the factory, or you can just have like a warehouse. If you're already big enough and you already have a warehouse in the United States, then you just return it there. Like it's really simple. All you have to do in Shopify, just click like refund customer, and then they will return the item. You just contact them on email or have an automated process on your store where if somebody wants a return, they'll be like, yes, I would need a return. They just request a return, and they will get an email saying like, yes, send your return to this address. Could be your place or the warehouse or the places that you are sending them. Yeah. You don't want them to return all the way to China, because then, it's kind of bad. So better for them to return to you, and then from there you return it to the customer, and then you refund them. So yeah, that's good. But the best thing is like you want to keep your customers happy. So if they want to return, you tell them, you know what? just if you don't like the product, we'll send you a new one. We'll send you a better one. We'll give you something. You know, you want to work with your customer. We have to know that the key in making a business successful is to understand that you're dealing with people. You're not dealing with just customers. You know, you just treat them like, oh, you know, just give me your money. You're dealing with people and that have feelings and emotions. So if you're nice to a person, even in customer support, and you know, just dealing nice with them, be like, hey, you know, we're so sorry we didn't meet your expectations. Is there something we can do to help? Can we send you another product? Please forgive us for the bad shipping times, or you know, something nice and sweet. Then they'll be like, okay, you know, no problem. Send me another product, or you know what, it's okay, I'll keep it. Or yes, please, I'll get another one for 50% off, right? So when that mindset that you're dealing with people instead of dealing with just customers that you don't care, it's there, then you're gonna be successful. You have to care about people. You have to care about your customers. So
That's awesome, man. And so, like, you know, I can tell you care a lot about your customers. Who pays for shipping though when they ship it back to you for refunds?
I do.
You do? Nice. All right, cool, man. You're like the true intrinsic store owner, man. I love that. Next person.
Yeah, man, because that's when you get good reviews, bro. And that's like, you know, like right now, I mean, I don't know if I can say this, but you know, I recently opened this case study, and I'm helping some people who kind of like joined the case study of the store, and I treat them like people, like friends, like you know, any question they have, I'm there for them, and I try to help them, and I'm trying to be like, they're not just like my customers that, oh, they got my case study, so now I got your money, haha. No, you know, I mean, I got you so I can help you. Otherwise, there's no point of or speaking these things, right? It just becomes, you know, in the ether.
Yep, exactly, brother. So Dan Brumman says, we are in Canada. Do we apply for American credit cards to do the investment? What would you say for that?
I would say, you know, like Drew said, you know, if you're committed and you're going all in, I would get a credit card. If you're fully committed and you have you know, the worst thing you can do is go in debt if you're not ready, if you're not prepared. Kind of like if you're not ready to go and play in the game, then don't do it. But if you already trained yourself, if you've been working out for like every day and you've been training yourself for the game and you feel like you're ready, then go for it. But if you don't feel ready with yourself within your mindset and your whatever's happening in your life, I wouldn't do it because you don't want to get in debt. But yeah, you know, I would definitely apply. I don't know how that works. If you're in Canada, you can apply in America.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I'm not sure exactly how that works, Dan. But what I would say is that I know PayPal is available in multiple countries, and I know it, I think including Canada for sure. I would go with them. Like that's more of like an international approach. I'm not sure like if I can apply for a Canadian-based credit card company, but if you go with like a Visa or anything like MasterCard or anything that's like globally known, what most people do, I've seen done, is people use the PayPal, you know, 6 months, 0 interest, 0% interest, at least in the US. Check to see if PayPal may have other terms for you in Canada that you can probably apply for their credit line that you may qualify for, depending on your credit score, depending on everything they do for the application process. They may give you maybe like a $5,000 line of credit or whatever that you can use, and then you can know that that's your budget, right? So yeah, so that's how I would approach that if I was strapped. And you know, that was one of my considerations for making an investment when I was heavy in other business models. So hopefully that helped answer your question. Yeah, she answered that. We mentioned that was April. She ordered that same product you brought up earlier. And she says, Natalie says, it's all reverse psychology then. It's exactly. Reverse psychology is, you know, apparently very important because that's what my man here is speaking about here earlier. Does Facebook help with making these ads? That's from April Saunders. And April Saunders is on fire today. Love it.
No. Well, I don't know how to say it helps. Like, it has the whole infrastructure for you to make it. Like it has so much help for you to do it, but Facebook will not tell you what to write and will not give you any image and will not give you any video. But it will give you all the tools necessary to make a super good ad. It will give you tools to make like carousel ads. It will give you the tools to make like 15-second videos out of an image. it will give you so many tools that are so really nice for free, you know, Facebook. But you have to put the work, you know. They will give you a canvas, right? Is that the word? Like a
Yeah,
canvas,
yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah,
you have
yeah.
to paint on it.
Yeah. I mean, I want to think of it like April, if you're going to Subway, right? Like, you know that you can make a bomb ass sandwich, but the people behind the counter who's putting your stuff on your sandwich don't know what is bomb to you, right? Or what you would exactly like. But they're there to help you, and they have all the items there for you. So you say what type of bread you want, and you formulate what you want. That's what Facebook kind of guides you step by step. But like Jay says, they're not going to tell you, hey, put this ad here like this. You know, they'll only tell you stuff like, by the way, your ad is longer than 15 seconds and it probably won't look good in a story, or it won't be available for story mode, you know, for people flipping through stories, stuff like that. Letting you know if your ad's too large or can't fit. That's the kind of stuff that you'll see with Facebook ads. And again, this all comes with experience. You just got to get your hands dirty. And that's why we would say go all in to learn this stuff, because you kind of have to in order to really get kind of good at it. Dan says, thank you, Jay. And Jeremy, you're a great man. This is when I think you were showing the ads, you know, your ads in the ads manager, just being forefront with it. And guys, if you guys are still on and watching, and if you guys are still interested, like, of course, the discount code, but Kevin's also giving away a free, you know, the Shopify course that's in the link in the description. Somewhere and wherever you're watching, there's going to be a link that says click here, click that, and then it'll take you to get you that free course if you haven't gotten it already. April Saunders says, thank you, thank you, thank you. Everybody's just really thankful, man. So Selena says thank you as well. I think the product you showed earlier with the turmeric paste, the sticker, he says, dude, I'm a nurse, which we're brothers, by the way. If you're a nurse, holla. I work for NHS, and I had plantar fasciitis for the last 2 weeks as I'd been on my feet for hours in the hospital. I totally vibe with you there, brother. You just got the product for me. Yeah, seriously. I mean, you never know what you're going to find on these lives.
Yeah.
Dan says, is this from a business page or a personal page? When you were showing that ad, I saw his comment pop up. Was that, I mean, obviously, I think you're supposed to have a business page to run ads on Facebook.
Yeah.
Is that from a business page, correct?
Yeah, that was the business page.
Yeah, I mean, even though people do it from their profile, like, you still need like a page to run your ads through, because even when you're doing the ad creation, so April, I hope this answers your question. It's going to say, what page do you want to use to run these ads from? Like, it'll never say run it from, you know, Dan's page, you know? So you're going to have a business page in order to do so. All right, guys, link in the description, by the way, for both the course and also the discount code if you want it. Can you get a specific group of people? I think this is when you were showing the ads, he asked this question. Can you get a specific group of people? As far as picking, Dan, I'm not sure what you mean by that, but how would you answer that? As far as picking a specific?
I think like when you do targeting on Facebook,
yeah,
you like Facebook targets people, a specific group of people who have like a page or who have something in common. So in Facebook has many interests that you can target them, and then, but then with your budget, you will not be able to target all of them. You will only target a pocket of people within the bubble of people who are interested in TV. Example, if 1 million people are interested in headphones, if you have a $10 ad set, that $10 budget will only allow your ad to be shown to 100 people out of like 1,000 people, right? Yeah. So that's why you have to test different pockets of people.
What's your favorite number of like ads, like amount per day that you spend on ads for testing? Because I normally do like 10 or 20 because I find I can get more data that way. I see data faster. What's your number?
$10.
Yeah, $10 each ad set.
$10 per ad set, and I do 10 ad sets, so that's $100 a day.
Gotcha, $100 a day, but you're spreading it out so far and testing out so many different things. Perfect, awesome, bro. Katie, by the way, I can't see your comments. I've seen you come up here a couple times. I just can't see your comments. What time is it? 6:43. All right, we're doing it again. All right, let's go ahead here. Olabong said, Oli says, good stuff. It will charge a fee. I'm not sure what you were talking about, JRN. Maybe you can help that. So it says, how do you come up with the ads? We answered that already. April, she's killing it. Are there any websites or apps that can help with making videos, like to help it make look more professional? I think you did answer this last time, so yeah, drop it down one more time.
Yeah, it's called Animoto, Animoto.com. That's what I use. Yeah, and then after I started with the iMovie, because sometimes when you don't have the money, you just have to go, you just have to do it. So I remember one of my first ads, I just did it on iMovie, right? And I just edited it myself. But then I had to go into this pay tool, which is called Animoto.
Okay, I'm just gonna create cool ad effects. I'm gonna put it up here so you guys can see it, okay? And then also his information, so you guys can reach out to him if you guys want to. So that's him right there. Next, so she asked that, how do you determine bad ads? This is from
with the KPI, which is the key performance indicators, and one of them is the ROAS, which means return of ad spend. So then once you have your return of ad spend, like the formula to do this, again, if I'm too technical, please let me know and ask any questions. But you have to divide your profit margin within you divide your profit in how much you're selling it, right? So normally if you divide, like, your profit is like $13 and you divide it into 19 or something, it's gonna be like 1.5 or something, right? So as an example, your ROAS is 1.5, meaning you invested $10 to make $10 purchase, then that means you're breaking even. You invested 10 and then you put 10 back, so you're breaking even. But if you invested 3 and you're making 10 back, then your ROAS is going to be higher. So eventually when you have that ROAS, that is all in your Facebook metrics, that is all in your Facebook data. When you know that you have a good ROAS and a good return of ad spend, then that's when you start like scaling good ads. And when you don't have, and then when you have a bad ROAS, that's when you know it's a bad ad, especially if you see that the optimization is declining over the 2 or 3 or 4 days. So that's when you know it's a bad ad. That is once you already identified your good creative. In order for you to identify a bad ad, means your click-through rate and your engagement, and your cost. If your cost is really high, that means people is charging you more because your ad is really bad. So people don't like it. So then that's why Facebook is charging you more to put it in their platform. So when you have a high cost per click and a low engagement, then that is a bad ad.
That's good, man. I hope, Jorge, I hope that answers your question. Jeremy says, thanks again, Jay. You're so awesome for sharing your knowledge. We appreciate it all. Awesome, man. Value bombs. Nori, I'm not seeing your question, so maybe you just hit the space bar. Katie, again, can't see your question, so please submit it again. I'm not sure what's happening. Debbie says, Jay and Drew showing to use your quarantine time wisely. Yeah, Jay's the man of the hour right now. We are loving it. Debbie also says, Shop Inspect is insanely awesome. Must have for every job shipper for sure. Shelda says, how much for the course? Well, for Kevin's course, well, first of all, Kevin's offering a free course right now. It's in the link in the description. So you click that, you can get a free course. If you're interested in the Shopify Masterclass, you can do so there as well. I believe it's still going for $497, I think. But Jay also is offering a case study that I will be giving you guys this information shortly, because if I put it now and I show the next comment, it's just going to disappear. But I'm going to show you where you can contact him through Facebook and where you can contact him through YouTube, so you can follow him as well, because he is coming out with some content so you guys can keep up on the whole story of Jay and how he's sharing his case studies and answering every question where you can PM him, okay? Folks coming here just joining. How can I drop shipping my item but not from China?
That's very easy. You just have to find a supplier in the United States, and there's many, even in AliExpress, you can find where your item is shipping from, because a lot of suppliers from China have warehouses in the United States, and there's also many warehouses now that they pretty much do what AliExpress does, but they do it in the United States. So you can just Google it, or I don't have it on the top of my head right now, the website, but there's a place where you can do that. It's kind of like AliExpress, but from the United States. Yeah. Of course, your cost is higher, but if, like I said, if you're a good marketer and you know how to sell a product, then you will be able to make sales. So yeah, there's a way to do it, and it's very, very easy.
Cool. April says, what's the difference between Shop Inspect and Zonbase? Very two different things. So Shop Inspect caters to the people who are drop shipping and on Shopify. Zonbase is for people who are doing Amazon. Amazon is a whole different business model. Similarly, the only part similar to drop shipping is that obviously you get an item, but the thing that makes it different is, cost up front. You have to buy the product in bulk and then send it over to Amazon warehouse or to your house if you're doing FBM. And it's a whole different thing. But yeah, so Zonbase helps you do keyword research and product research for Amazon products. And then Shop Inspect is for drop shipping products. Hope that clears you down. How do you avoid the FB account getting shut down? Ooh, nice question. I know we were talking about this the other day.
Yeah, you have to really, really focus on the advertising policies. And there's ways to do it. So yeah, you just have to read the advertising policies and also test them. Because once your Facebook ad gets shut down or disabled, then that means you're under the radar more than people that haven't got caught. Because there's a lot of people who are still doing, the face masks, but they haven't got caught. Once they get caught, they're gonna get disabled because a couple weeks ago, Facebook didn't allow to sell face masks on Facebook. So how to avoid? Just to follow the advertising policies, and pretty much because it's the algorithm that will catch you, not a person. Then there's ways where you can say what you want to say without saying it. When you're instead of saying like, "Oh, join me for this free training," people will kind of like, if you're already banned or flagged, then they will say your ad is rejected. But if you say, "Join me for this no cost training," then that is good because the word "free" is triggering the algorithm. So when you say, join me for this free training or free webinar," then that will trigger the algorithm. But if you say, "Join me for a no cost training," then that will not trigger the algorithm.
Yeah. So perfect example of that. Perfect example.
Yeah.
I gave when Rory and I started our store with you guys doing it live, our account got disabled for within the first 3 days because we had worldwide free shipping in there. But when they went in there and we talked to the customer service person, we said, "Look, I'm not sure why we got shut down or got slowed down or whatever, but I think the word free was in there." And not to say that every ad gets breaking down for free, but they unfroze our account. But it was because they knew that we weren't trying to be scammy and say, "Get this free," and then be like a work from home opportunity or something like that, right? It was in product where it's just saying we're offering free shipping because it's the truth. It's not like we're lying. And so they unfroze it literally the same minute, which was cool. You just got to know how to get in contact with Facebook. And I think I did it live explaining that, guys, but we can show it again next time. What's the difference between drop shipping and Amazon? So I think I explained this already, but Amazon, you have to buy your items in bulk, right? So if you pick an item, you got to do research to find the right item. You buy it in bulk and then you ship it over here to the Amazon warehouses. And this is how everybody's doing it, like FBA. And then it goes in different Amazon warehouses. And then from there, when people buy it from Amazon, it gets sent directly to their home from the Amazon warehouse. Because of the fact you don't have it in your home, you're not storing products in your house and stuff like that, Amazon takes a piece of the pie for doing all the work for you. And as long as your product is selling, you should be hopefully at a profit depending on how much you're selling it for. Drop shipping, you're selling it from a manufacturer from China. You don't get to put personal branding on there or anything like that, but you get to personally brand how you present the item, just like we showed that last product, the bat earphones, right? And do you do any personal branding on your actual product? When you talk to your manufacturer, do you put labels and stuff like your own logo? Yeah. Okay, so for example, like for Jay, when we were doing ours, we didn't do no personal branding at all to ours. We were just literally testing out to see what worked, and we just sold it as is. Jay was able to communicate with his manufacturer. Go ahead and give us a little bit about that.
Yeah, it's actually really simple because you just talk to the persons in like it's so easy right now. Now these days, it's so easy. Like you just contact the manufacturer. But not the manufacturer of your product, but a manufacturer of a nice packaging, right? And then you tell them, "I need a nice packaging. I need a nice box with this logo on it, and I need you to send it to the factory where I'm drop shipping." And then they will just send that to this person. They will communicate to each other, and then they know that every single item that you're gonna ship is gonna have to be in the little package that you send. Yeah. Right? So it's kind of like and then eventually all your customers were going to get your nice packaging and then with your logo on it. and that makes such a difference, guys. Like I swear, like I'm able, like I'm hopefully reaching like 6 figures just like in this month or the next month, just because of that.
Nice.
So it really makes a difference.
When you do that, how do you find the people to do the packaging? How do you reach out to them?
Oh, just go in Alibaba.
You go to Alibaba and then you search up what?
Yeah, just search like packaging or box packaging or a bag packaging, whatever you need to do, and then you just contact them. Kind of like if you were doing Amazon. Like I said, I grab all these things from all the learning that I got, dude. Like that, everything I learned is just like I had to put into practice.
Yeah, when you were on Amazon, I remember seeing your video when you did the review and you said like, boom, I just got into Amazon, blah, blah, blah. And then, but again, even though that didn't work out for you, you found something that worked out for you. And then you found a way from all the knowledge you learned from Amazon, because you went all in, you found out what worked, and you use that same knowledge now to help you with Shopify, which is unbelievable. Now you're in control of the entire process because they're your actual customer. Yeah. So here, April Saunders says, yes, I am. That's when I said she's on fire. That's probably what she was responding to. Bronze says, I landed a client today, my first. Thank you for the amazing support. Ayo, Bronze. Congratulations. This is a different live, though. You're probably talking about marketer magic, but congratulations, bro. I'll see you again on Tuesday, which is when we meet for that. And I'm going to be sure to bring your name up, so remind me, all right? Difference between Amazon, we did that already. Lisa says, thanks so much. What a great guest. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Jay, for being here again. And we know we're super grateful for that. He said, thank you. Been an amazing journey. Couldn't do it without this group and support. Of course, bro. Like, always here for you. Lisa says, thanks for that question, Drew. You're welcome. Anymoto. I think I sent a link and I removed it, but if you look it up, Anymoto is AI. This is how you spell it right there, I believe, because I looked it up just now. So Lisa, that's how you spell it. That's the correct one. So if you Google that and then you check that app out and play around with it, you can see how you can, be creative. This is the creative part we were talking about. What time is your next class? I'm new and I'm not understanding. It's fine. Janelle, you can meet us every week, every Thursday, 5:30 Eastern Standard Time. 5:30 p.m. All right, let's get that right. 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that hopefully that's helpful for you. And we can probably answer any questions you may have. But also check out online, look up Kevin David for Shopify. His YouTube goes through many different areas as well. April Saunders says, thanks again. All right, we're going to be wrapping up now. And Lisa says, wow, I did not know AliExpress operated out of the US. Thanks. Yeah, they do. Big time. Let me see if there's anybody else. Cool. We're coming down to the end of it. Says, thanks, guys. Awesome. Lisa says, nice on proper wording. Thank you, Jay. What's the minimum number of items that Amazon requires you inventory with them? Sharita, you can ask this on Wednesday, which is when we do our Amazon live. But the minimum number, there's really not a minimum. But there is usually the factories or manufacturers you order from, they usually have a minimum that they would allow you to purchase from them unless you work something out with them and say, if you give me 100, I'll come back and buy 500 more, that kind of stuff. Bargaining. How much do I need to start to be an Amazon seller? You guys come for Wednesday for that, but that's going to be at least $3,000 to get started if you're depending on like what product you pick, but generally between 3 to 5 to be super honest. Thanks, Drew. Anymoto, spelling and reference. Perfect. Yep. Interested. Glad you are. What's your advice on fulfillment, AliExpress versus Alibaba?
I guess Alibaba, I used to use it for Amazon because that's when you order in bulk. AliExpress, that's when you just buy like one piece at a time. That's pretty much when you're drop shipping. But mostly it just comes out when you build your e-commerce business, then you can actually just create your own fulfillment center in the United States, or you can just hire a fulfillment center in the United States, order in bulk and send it into your warehouse. That's literally what Amazon does. That is the business model of Amazon. They have warehouses in the United States, and then you just ship your bulk orders to that warehouse, and then they will do that and they will just ship it for you. But if you become a big e-commerce business, then you do the same. You just buy in bulk, send it to a warehouse, and then they will ship it for you. The difference here is that Amazon will, like Drew said, will take a cut, and the other business that you get most of the cut.
Yeah, bro. I mean, so it really depends
but
on
the thing is that, but Amazon is a brand that you trust, and that is a whole difference. Like, it just comes a whole circle at the beginning, how we were saying, how do you brand and what's the difference within a brand is the trust. When you see Amazon, then that's a brand that you trust fully. You just closely, blindly, you buy from them because you know that they will have excellent customer support.
Yeah,
so that's
any place that I can buy toilet paper that saves me in the bathroom, for sure, I'm going to remember in my hard times. You know what I mean? So Amazon, it's going to be a brand name. It's going to be hard to forget. But yeah, and that's why people start selling with Amazon, because they know that Amazon has that brand recognition. You can use their marketing platform for PPC, pay-per-click. So that way, when you do advertise, you know that there's eyeballs looking at it. The beauty between Shopify, for those of you guys who are questioning Shopify drop shipping and Amazon, is that right? Amazon has built their brand. Shopify is a way for you to build your own brand off their platform. You can be in charge of talking to your customers, in charge of their emails, getting their addresses, credit card information, and they entrust you with that, because that's all a part of the process of branding, of them knowing, liking you, and trusting you. And Amazon has already built that, and now they're leveraging that by allowing people to sell on their platform and taking a piece of every action, which, if you don't mind that, that's fine. But always remember that that's the difference, okay? Jay's building a brand. When he starts a product that he's selling on Shopify, he's building a brand where people come to him and they know what type of service to expect. They know that he's gonna, allow me to return and give me 50% off and pay for the return, which is super, super nice, And so people remember that. So he's building like that Amazon effect with his stores. Amazon, if you're selling on Amazon, you're using Amazon's brand recognition to sell your stuff. She says, for the beginner, how can I set up an items, or can be able to help me choose? If you have to rewatch the live, Shelda, watch it from the beginning. Hot product seller or best seller. Yeah, hot products is going to be the best section in Shopify. But watch it from the beginning, how I went through it in the replay. It's going to help you the best. April says, you said $3 to $5K to become an Amazon seller. But earlier someone said you could start with $100 to $200. Can we really start? $100 to $200 is absolutely not enough to start. That's enough to maybe get a sample product, because I think I paid $150 to get a sample with mine. And because they were nice, they threw in extra stuff in my box because they were going to pay for the box anyway. But no, $3 to $5K, trust me and believe me, some people have done it for less. But if you want to have like a decent number in your mind, know that what to expect is $3 to $5K for like photos and shipping. And it's all dependent on the weight of your product and all that, because shipping can vary. So, but we talk more about that on Wednesday. That seems to be the last question of the day. Last question is, where can I find the replay of this live chat? The replay is going to be live as soon as this is over. You can watch it on the replay. And we have a bunch of our team members who's also going to play watch parties as well. You guys can catch it there. But again, Jay, we thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and put up his information. Hey, look, Lisa's confirming it. Nope, it's not enough at all. Yes, $3 to $5K is legit. Thank you, Lisa. I mean, there's nothing more I can say about that. It's literally not enough. If you guys are looking for Jay, this is how he looks like on Facebook. This is JFBA. If you guys want to reach out to him personally, Jay is offering a couple things. He's offering, you guys to ask questions if you want to ask questions directly. He's offering for you guys to, reach out to him for any questions you may have from this live. And I think that's really nice of him to do that. So if you guys want, we can have him back. If you guys want him back, let us know, because then we can set that up again. And if not, we can move on again, because we had you at 3 in a row, encore, which has just been beyond. And this is Jay's information, guys. JFBA is him on Facebook. PM him for questions. You can ask about his masterclass study that he does for the how to build that $26,000 store. He's going to help you with the ads in particular, break it down for your YouTube. He also does, you can also find him at Jay Govinda. He's in the process of getting active into that. But if you subscribe now, you at least know that you can find it. If you don't know anything about Amazon, anything about Shopify, go ahead and check out Kevin's page though. He has everything laid out in playlists where you guys can break it down and go into it and learn, right? Jay is focused on Shopify. Kevin touches on Shopify and Amazon and a few other business models. If you guys are interested in how to make money online in general, Kevin covers all that in his page. So if you go to Kevin David on YouTube, search that up, get his page, you'll see what playlist you'll like, so you can see where to start. But he definitely has stuff for the beginners, for you guys who don't know. We have a free course in the description title, right? Click that link. It'll take you there. It's working. It's 100% free. Get it now, because it is going to end in, I think, either 24 or 48 hours. I think the coupon's good for, but it will expire. And the discount code for the 50% off for Shop Inspect that I showed you a sample of is 100K in 2020, 50% off any package you guys choose. See you guys next week on Thursday, 5:30 p.m. Jay, again, thank you for your time, bro. We're going to have you back for sure. In my opinion, I think people will be cool. People are saying bring you back. If you want us to bring us back, guys, let's rave the comments. Let us know that you want us to bring Jay back let's make a promise. Are you going to be able to show us how to make an ad in Facebook and show us how you go through actually making the ad?
Yes.
All right. So we have his promise. We're going to hold him to it so he can break it down and actually make an ad in front of your face and then launch it just for here. But we're not going to let it run. We just want him to break it down to see how he goes through every click by click, so you guys can see that. So the next one will be titled JFBA Step by Step. So you guys will be able to watch him at work. And I think it's going to be pretty fun. All right, guys. So I'll see you guys again next week. Keep hustling. Stay safe out there with the COVID. We're almost through this. I feel it. We're right in the middle point. And we'll see you next time.
Awesome. Thank you.
Peace.